The sky, once a symbol of opportunity, is now a battleground, not of missiles, but of tariffs and trade policies. A $40 billion trade dispute rages between the United States and the European Union, pitting Boeing against Airbus. The stakes are global, economies, jobs, and the future of aviation hang in the balance. The World Trade Organization authorized tariffs and the first economic shots were fired. Costs soared for airlines, threatening their stability and forcing them to rethink expansion. The conflict's ripple effects are immense, touching every continent. The aviation industry is the canary in the coal mine for a new era of global economic tension. The trade war has triggered a $21 billion collapse in transatlantic aircraft trade. This isn't just a number, it's lost business, delayed orders, and shattered supply chains. Companies from jet engine makers to seat cushion suppliers are feeling the squeeze. The economic shockwaves threaten an industry vital for global connectivity. The human cost is real. In Hamburg, Toulouse, and Charleston, thousands of jobs are at risk. Families who once found security in aviation now face uncertainty. Small and medium-sized suppliers are especially vulnerable, forced to absorb costs, lay off workers, or close their doors. The ripple effect touches local economies, from restaurants to logistics companies. The dream of a stable, well-paying aviation career is fading. Young people are turning away from the industry, damaging the future talent pipeline. The trade war isn't just destroying jobs, it's undermining the next generation's hopes. The pain extends far beyond factory floors, tearing at the fabric of communities. The web of global economic interconnections is unraveling. The scars of this conflict will take years to heal. In this trade war, there are no winners, only mutual destruction. Boeing's international orders have suffered, and tariffs make its planes pricier for key customers. Airbus faces US tariffs and rising costs for American-made components. Both companies are trapped, weakening each other while the world watches. Airlines, the ultimate customers, are forced to delay fleet upgrades and pay more for parts. Passengers may fly on older, less efficient planes, and the industry's progress stalls. The conflict creates uncertainty, making long-term planning nearly impossible. The global aviation industry is deeply interconnected. Boeing and Airbus rely on each other's suppliers. Hurting one inevitably hurts the other. This trade war is like two people in a lifeboat drilling holes on opposite sides. Both will sink. The pursuit of short-term advantage has led to long-term pain for all. Economic warfare in a globalized world is never a winning strategy. The lesson: in aviation, everyone loses when cooperation breaks down. The trade war casts a shadow over the fight against climate change. Boeing and Airbus were investing in greener, more efficient aircraft, but now, innovation is stalling. Billions that could fund sustainable aviation are lost to tariffs and legal battles. Progress demands global collaboration, but the conflict breeds distrust and division. The urgent need for climate action is sidelined by economic nationalism. Meanwhile, new powers are rising in the East. China's COMAC is seizing the moment, positioning its C-919 as a rival to Boeing and Airbus. As the West fights, China and India are building their own aviation industries, shifting the global balance. The trade war signals to emerging markets: don't rely solely on Western suppliers. The center of gravity in aviation is moving eastward. The landscape of global aviation is being redrawn. The West's infighting is accelerating this shift. The dream of green, collaborative aviation is slipping further away. This trade war has eroded trust between the United States and Europe, once close allies in building a global system. The aviation industry, a symbol of partnership, now reflects division and resentment. Rebuilding trust is essential for shared prosperity and security. The path forward is cooperation, recognizing that global challenges require united solutions. A fragmented world is less safe and less prosperous for all. The aviation industry needs international agreements, shared standards, and open markets. It's time to focus on what unites us, not what divides us. Imagine the US and EU as partners in creating ultra-efficient, zero-emission aircraft. This future is possible, but only with a shift from conflict to collaboration. The talent and resources exist on both sides of the Atlantic. Ending damaging tariffs is the first step toward recovery. The choice is clear: continue down a path of conflict or choose dialogue and partnership. Should the US and EU finally lay down their economic arms and build a better future together?